Mere fees from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. Kadarius Toney now to return it. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? Now go! Hey, check that, check that. Hurt, hurt! Alert, alert! Ready?
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Cowboy 80! Set! Set, go!
From the 28. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Head to 60! Head to 60! Hut, hut!
Ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know, man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Go!
On first down, here's Penix. Jump off caught by his back. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Bronco 80! Ready, ready! Ready, ready!
Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. And they cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Man in motion here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Get up!
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles.
Gets this to Fant. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Ball on the 45. First and 10.
Go!
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Let's go!
There's some hurry-up offense here. He'll get this to Cup. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Good running here. He's across the 15. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Tony now to return it. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go, set!
Robinson on the inside give. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Go!
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Finds him over the middle. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Back to a halt by C.J. Mosley.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready?
Third down give to Robinson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 4 yards. They're going to say 4 on that carry. That's going to bring up 4th and 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Come on, set!
Running back sent in motion.
18, Pioneer! Come 19! Come 19! Ready?
Trying for it with Penix. It's intercepted by Rick Woolen. And the Seahawks take over as he records his 10th career INT. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks off the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
At the 60, at the 60. Mustang 19.
Man in motion, out of the slot. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number one. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this.
Ready up.
About set for the second quarter. Seahawks
19,
football
right.
here. They start out 2nd and 10. He finds Fant. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
Hawks 70, Hawks. Ready.
They look to throw. That's caught for the first. A lot of mess on the move here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Tony now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. They're down to their final one in this half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Say, hey. Hut.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's brought in by Mooney. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Working quickly here.
70 Timberwolves. Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Penix on 1st down. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set, ready. Street. Set, go.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
70 Lions! Hut, hut.
Throwing from the pistol, Penix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you're throwing that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Ready, ready! Tight, 19 tight. Go!
From the red zone now. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Now that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Got it. Ready?
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Let's go. Check, 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 check. Ready, ready?
From the shotgun, Penix. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Check. Hut, hut. Ready?
Robinson. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. And up.
Once more, it's Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Back-to-back stands at the goal line, and now it's third and goal.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. One down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you're now forced to put the ball in the air.
Warrior 70. Hut.
Now Penix on third and goal. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to fourth and goal. So now on is Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. Pretty easy kick here, Brock. Just 22 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Connects with feint. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Seahawks looking to add to their advantage. First and 10 from the 41.
Come on, set! Ready?
They'll throw it. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
On the ball, now! On the ball!
Offense up to the line fast.
Check go!
2nd and 6 now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go, here we go!
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Here's a throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They have themselves another first and 10.
Get up! Hurt! Right there, hurt! Go!
Working inside the red zone. Hits his running back. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Drop roll 80!
Tight end in motion left.
Ready?
Throwing it again here. The throw is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks push their lead to 18. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Tony now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground and start this one off. We'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Stephanie!
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. Galloping inside the 40. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Tony now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go! Ready?
Penix here from the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Timberwolf. Check go.
2nd and 4. That one's complete to London. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Hustle, hustle.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hut, hut.
Penix now on 1st down. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And Robinson has it. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Ready, ready?
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
Go! Seven Pirates! Panther 11! 70 Ranger! Ready?
Trying for it with Penix. He connects downfield on 4. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
19 Tiger!
An option give to Robinson. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10 now. That one's complete, right side. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, Well, there's their consistent source of
Here we go,
positive
set.
yardage, the trusty tight end.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Third down, it's Penix. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Set.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion.
18
They're going to
Cardinal,
try on
18
fourth.
Cardinal. Come on. Set.
Motioning the tight end now.
Set, go.
Fourth down, here's Penix. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Seahawks come up with a turnover and hold strong on fourth down.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Here we go.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
Hut, hut.
On 2nd and 7. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that means third down coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ready, ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Set up.
Back to throw now. That's caught for the first. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Cowboy 80.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Go.
They'll throw it again. Finds him on the crossing route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Set. Viking 18. Ready, ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. On the move, headed right. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Bronco 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Set. Ready.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Ready.
Walker now from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Seahawks have the football, and they're in great shape with this sizable lead. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Buffalo 18. Ready, ready. Get up.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. There he goes again. Touchdown, Seattle. Ooh, baby, Brock. This one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf. Trap 60, trap 60. Hup.
Play action. Here's Penix. On 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
They'll run the draw.
Able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Finds his target, Robinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on the screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cougar 19. Hut, hut.
Here's Algier on 1st down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Go street.
They kick the running back in motion.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Come on, set. Ready, ready.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Working quickly here.
Panther 60, Panther 6, Viking 18. Ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. Finds London on the slant. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing now from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. A lot of grass ahead. They get 27 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Yeah, I love that effort. Adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Bronco 80. Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Timberwolf. Get up.
Looking for a throw here. He sends this one to the end zone. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Falcons will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Bring it.
First and 10 are under Robinson. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
70 Lions. 70. Hunt.
Penix working from the gun. Throw wheeled in by London. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Ready. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Now the give for Bijan. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Tiger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check go.
Penix here from the gun. Gets it through the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On first down, here's Penix. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Let's go.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That one's complete to London. And this one does not go far. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set.
Tight end going in motion here.
Ready.
And again, it's Penix. He's on the move. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. That throw intended for Drake London. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. A physical.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Has room down the left sideline. 30. It's the 10. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. But we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. Yeah, no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men